It's week 4 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Cardinals, and it's all up next.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You're going on a hot streak heading into Halloween and things will be...
Ball is teed up, Joshua Carty to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His first throw is an interception. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Tua now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to
Trying to run it in. Achane has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Devon Achane with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown. They'll run here on first down. And that defense reacts quickly. Wow, they take him down near the 21. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Gotta make a play here.
Operating. Here's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10. Murray. Throw is there. Trey McBride. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action now. Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And you ask a lot. On that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Just one. That brings up 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. He's got the punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Achane again. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Across his body, and they make the interception. Henry comes up with it. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got it. And in for the Arizona touchdown. First down, here's Tua. Cox, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Tagovailoa on first down. Complete out to the right. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. Looking at second and pretty short. They run the counter to Achane. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll come up first and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Able to find Achane. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All plays on the table here for third and 3. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's second and goal. Here's Tua again. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. So now, here's third and goal. Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Sly's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Second down now, 7 to go. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Dumped off to his running back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Third and 4 coming up now. Throwing here, Murray. Setting up the running back screen. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's Kyler to throw. He's got Harrison. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Murray setting up to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Kyler throwing here. Wilson's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. From the red zone now. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the air, Murray. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to get into the end zone. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Really gets way there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Has a man. It's Achane. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cardinals will have a shot at least a field goal. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take this across. shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. From the 33 on second down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he didn't get much He takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Yeah, let's put 6 on the board, fellas!
Murray to throw here on third. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Wow, it has been such a good day off. Guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
He'll take it from the 1. And finally, they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return. The Dolphins and Xavier Lee gets with the football once again. And he... They're out and set, 1st and 10. 2 now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got it at the 24. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Return for 11 yards. And it'll be Cardinals football. The Cardinals in possession of... They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. That's complete to Wilson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. Dumps it off to his running back. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He puts some air under this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals. Tagovailoa on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. Racing down the left side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. Running with H.A. and out of the gun. Oh, stiff arm. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. Second and goal coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're left with third and goal. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. And in for the Miami touchdown. The impact this guy... Murray here on first down. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. You certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now Kyler. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. So out now comes the punter. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. So that brings up second down. Here's A-Chain running right. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punch, and here's another huge one. He's got this at the 27. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, Murray. Hits his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Max Melton with the INT. And the Cardinals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Play action now, Murray. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll move the chains on that play.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. They pitch it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back. Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. 1st down, here's Tua. Put the body on the line for his team. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3. So this one on the defense. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. A-Chain running to the right. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins cut it to a point late in this one. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion? Or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Even with a little time left here, Brock, kicking the extra points, probably the safer call.
And with that little time left, even if you do get the 2, still got a chance to drive down, your opponent does, and kick that game-winning field goal. Now you need some way to get the ball back in a hurry, and the chances are so limited.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They have the ball back, but that lead now cut down to a single point, Brock. They want to run out that clock if they can, but above all else, they got to take care of that football.
This is situational football at its best. You work and prepare for these moments, and as an offense, you've got to love this situation. You don't want to play so conservative and have what you just said in the back of your mind, can't turn it over, can't make a mistake. No, you want to flip that switch and say the ball's in our hand to go finish it.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included.